lesson is on properties of integers, and under properties of integers we have commutative property, associative property, distributive property, zero or identity property, and the last one is inverse property. Under commutative property we have commutative property of addition and also commutative property of multiplication. One may ask, why didn't I say commutative property of subtraction and commutative property of division? We don't have anything like that, because under commutative property, subtraction of integers is not commutative, and also division of integers is not commutative. So commutative property, let me use a mathematical expression. If a plus b is equal to b plus a plus b is equal to b plus a. This means when a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3, let's substitute this into these letters. It becomes 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. You see, once we add here, we get 5. Here 2 is what? 5. This means addition of integers is commutative. Addition of integers is what? Commutative. Let's take subtraction. A minus b is equal to b minus a. Let me use the same example. 2 minus 3 is equal to 3 minus 2. You see, you get here negative 1, and here 2 is what? 1. This means they are not equal. So subtraction of integers is not commutative. Subtraction of integers is not commutative because they are not what? Equal. So we also have commutative property of multiplication. And under commutative property of multiplication, we have an expression like P times Q is equal to Q times P. This means if P is equal to 2 and Q is equal to 4, 2 times 4 is equal to 4 times 2. 2 times 4, we are having what? 8. 4 times 2 is what? 8. This means multiplication of integers is commutative. And with the commutative property, that one involves only 2 numbers. But for associative property, it involves 3 numbers. We have the associative property of addition and associative property of multiplication. So given A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and C is equal to 4, associative property of addition is like this. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. This is associative property of addition. It involves 3 values. Now let's substitute A, B, and C into this. So A is 2 plus, what is B? 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 4. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 is what? 7 is equal to 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4. 2 plus 7 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So we conclude that addition of integers is also associative. Addition of integers is associative. Let me use the same values to do associative property of multiplication. And under associative property of multiplication, we will just change this addition sign to multiplication sign. It becomes A times B times C is equal to A times B times C. Now what is A? Is 2 times B is 3 times 4. So it's 2 times 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 4. Is equal to 2 times 3 is 6 times 4. So we have here 24. We are having 24 is equal to 24. So multiplication of integers is also associative. Multiplication of integers is also associative. But take note, subtraction and division is not associative. Subtraction of integers and division of integers is not associative. But addition of integers and multiplication of integers is associative. Take note. Let's move on to distributive property. Distributive property. Distributive property. So distributive property, it involves two main operations. It involves addition and multiplication. So it's represented as A plus B times C is equal to A plus B times C. This is distributive. Always this side is not equal to this side. Let's use the same example. 2, 3, 4. Giving A as 2, B as 3, and C as 4. So we have 2 plus 3 times 4. 2 plus 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is what? 12 plus 2. 2 plus 3 is what? 6 times 4. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So 2 plus 12 we are having 14. 5 times 4 we are having what? 20. So you see it's not equal. It's not what? Equal. This is not equal. This is distributive property under integers. That's properties of integers. It's the combination of the addition sign and the multiplication sign. Why didn't I choose division sign and subtraction sign? No. In mathematics, under distributive property, we use the addition and multiplication sign. We move on to zero property. And under zero property, what it means is that always any integer added to 0 is equal to the same number. Any integer added to 0 is equal to the same number. That's zero or identity property. B plus 0 is equal to what? B. This is zero property. 2 plus 0, we are having 2. Even 1000 plus 0, you get what? 1000. So under zero property, any integer added to 0 is equal to the same integer. Now let us take the last property, which is inverse. Inverse property. This is the last property, that is inverse property. Under inverse property, a positive integer, when added to the same integer, but this time it is a negative integer, once you sum it up, you will get 0. That is inverse property. Let me use an example. If I give you giving A and negative A, I'm coming to use this to explain inverse property. You see, this is a positive integer, and this same number we have what? The negative side. This is a negative integer, so it becomes A plus negative A is what? 0. So for inverse property always is the same integers, but one is positive and one is negative, and once you add them up, you must get 0. If I give you 4 and negative 4, it becomes 4 plus negative 4. We are getting what? 0. 6 plus negative 6 is what? 0. They are the same integers, but one is positive and one is what? Negative what? Integer. And once you sum them up, you will get 0. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. Thank you.